All right, welcome back to part two of the energy pyramid. We had just, oops, let's go back. We had just drawn our pyramid, and allow me to redraw this. All right, we're good there. So we had a pyramid shape with producers, primary consumers, secondary consumers, tertiary consumers, all representing the food web or food chain. And this pyramid represents energy going up. And ran out of time, but trying to keep my colors consistent here. We have the sun energy, which producers capture, and less than 1% of that is actually of the sunlight hitting the earth is captured by these producers. And then producers are eaten by herbivores or primary consumers, and carnivores are eaten by them, and so on. So as animals eat animals, energy is transferred through the food web or food chain. So this diagram represents that energy flow. The reason it's pyramid in shape is that, as we just said, heat is lost at each step, and this abides by both laws of energy in that energy cannot be created nor destroyed. So we can account for all the energy in and the energy out. And the last thing I was saying, there's a one-way flow for energy, and it's also degraded every time it's transformed as heat or less useful energy. So you can see energy into our planet, energy out. Ecosystems or living systems can carry that energy for some time. And the efficiency rate of this is approximately 10%. So 90% gets lost as heat at each step. So we might start with 10,000 kilocal or units of energy, go to 1,000 units of energy, 100 units of energy, 10 units of energy, 1 unit of energy at the top. A lot of this energy is lost simply to thermodynamics. Now, in terms of matter, which is easy to confuse these, the food chain also transfer matter. So we have non-living elements here like carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, and sulfur, and some micronutrients like iron and so on. A plant takes this up through its roots, these abiotic materials, and matter gets transferred through the food web or food chain. And that doesn't necessarily have a pyramid shape. This is the pyramid of energy, but you guys know that leaves fall off of trees and decompose. Animals die. Everything gets recycled in nature by way of a group of organisms known as decomposers. And decomposers have the ability to return living molecules, or these large macromolecules, into their non-living or abiotic form. So they take living molecules or biotic and break them all down into their usable form for plants to uptake. So in terms of matter, we see a cycling of matter. Alright, so good things to know here. One-way flow of energy, the cycling of matter. We'll learn every cycle, CHOMPS, the CHOMP cycles. We will learn each one of those shortly. Let's go to the next slide just to show you an example. This is a very important diagram because it shows what an ecosystem might look like in terms of their numbers. So please pay close attention to this one from Miller in your textbook. You can see they draw their decomposers over here, but each step loses some of its heat. This is their energy arrow here. Lost some of its heat, energy arrow, heat loss, energy arrow. This is probably a better pyramid because if you're losing 90% at each step, it's really a narrow drop. Okay, one more minute to go here. Just an example of a food web. This is not the pyramid of energy, but you can see here's your phytoplankton. 10% of that energy ends up in the krill, and 10% of that ends up in the petrel here, or from the krill to the penguin to the seal. And you can calculate energy availability at each of these steps. So why some of these organisms move around in terms of capturing their energy is based on availability. By the way, this is an Antarctic food web where you saw the NPP is extremely high here. Phytoplankton and krill are key components to that. All right, thanks for listening. Hope that tutorial helps you out.